What's good with you fellas? T-Rey the Collector back here with a monthly haul video. As you can see, I've got a new setup, so the haul has shrunk a little bit this month compared to the last couple months because the budget went to a lot of these shelves. But still got quite a few gems added to the collection this month, so I'm pretty excited to show you guys what I picked up there. And of course, we're in October, it's spooky season, so I did pick up a couple horror movies. Not quite as many as I would have liked, but like I said, a lot of the budget this month went to the new display, so it is what it is with that. I'm very happy with how the display turned out, and if you watch my toy haul video, I'll explain a little bit more about that since it is more toy related and you guys are here for the Blu Ray haul. But if you are interested in knowing how the display came together and just, more information on that, I'll go into a little bit more of that in the action figure haul. But without wasting any more time, I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the Blu-rays and 4Ks I picked up in the month of October. So the first thing I picked up this month is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie on 4K Steelbook. I found this for retail at Walmart for $19, and I was pretty excited to pay that for it because when I had originally wanted to pre-order it on Amazon, I think it was like over $30, I want to say. So very close to 30, if not over $30. So I'm glad I kind of played a little bit of a long game and got it for $20 because I do love this movie and I've wanted it in the collection for a while. And to get it on the 4K Steelbook, that is a really nice Steelbook. I'll show you guys the back there. It's just SpongeBob's back, but still, this is a really cool Steelbook, and I'm really excited to watch this movie on 4K. I've seen this movie probably more times than I've seen any other movie in my life. This is a childhood classic. I love this movie, and I'm super excited to get it on 4K. Up next is a new release for the month. I think a lot of people probably got this, but I do love this movie, and I was very excited to see it get a Blu-ray release, and that is Late Night with the Devil. This is a really cool take on the found footage genre. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I believe it's on Amazon Prime. You may have to have the Shudder add-on. I'm not quite sure. I do remember I watched it on Amazon Prime when it was released, though, and I very much enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Late Night with the Devil. Added that to the collection this month. Up next is another new release for the month that has frustrated some people, and that is Deadpool and Wolverine. I just went with the standard 4K on this. I'm not playing the Steelbook variant game with this, especially with the $70 price tag that I've seen that boast. I would have loved to get it on Steelbook, but I'm more than happy with the regular standard 4K with the slipcover here, especially when those Steelbooks are going for, $70 a piece, just because I guess that's the new norm now. I'm not sure. I really hope not, because that is a lot to pay for a Steelbook, and I am definitely not going to buy a Steelbook for $70 when you can just get the standard 4K. I believe this ended up getting priced at $29, $34, I want to say it was, after shipping and everything on Amazon. And yeah, I'm more than happy with the 4K. And I really like the artwork on this slipcover. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and the Wolverine variant is really cool, but I am more than happy with this for $30. And yeah, got Deadpool and Wolverine on 4K. Up next is another new release for the month. I just went with the standard Blu-ray for Twisters. I really loved this movie. I honestly liked it just as much as the first one. I loved them both. I think this is a legacy sequel done right. It's not often that happens nowadays. If you like the first Twister, I definitely think you're going to like Twisters. It's a really good movie. Really good continuation, even though none of the characters from the first one appear in any major way in this one. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, I apologize. But yeah, it's a really good movie, really good follow-up. Hopefully we get a sequel to this because I think it could be really fun. I want to see the Twisters franchise continue, especially as somebody who is from Oklahoma. I really enjoy these movies because, we get a lot of Twisters here. So yeah, hopefully this is a film franchise that continues, and I'm super happy to add this to my collection. Up next is a box set I picked up this month Didn't realize it when I purchased it on eBay that this is the Spanish cover of the Class of trilogy, which includes 84, 99, and 99 Part 2. If you haven't seen these movies, they are a lot of fun. Super fun 80s action sci-fi movies, and I had a blast watching them and immediately went to eBay to pick up the box set here. And it came with quite a bit of stuff. There's some photos in here from the set. Of course, they are in Spanish, though I don't speak Spanish. But the discs are region A, B, and C, so should have no problem playing in the old PS5. And yeah, added the Class of trilogy to the collection this month. Up next, I took advantage of some Prime Day sales, though I didn't get but two things from it, and one of those being Your Name. This is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. I love this movie. I had been wanting to add it to the collection for a while, but it was going for like $25 used on eBay, so I just decided, I'm going to play long game and see if we can't get a deal coming up. And Amazon Prime Day rolls around, and I think I ended up getting this for $13 and to my surprise, it came with a slipcover. So yeah, very, very excited to add this to the collection. I'm not gonna watch it for a little bit just so I can kind of forget about it, because it is such a great movie, especially if you've never seen it and you're watching it for the first time. And I kind of want some of that magic of seeing it for the first time when I do watch it again. So it'll probably be a little bit until I do watch this again, but super excited to have it in my collection and to be able to watch it when that time does come. Up next, another Prime Day deal I found. I picked up John Carpenter's They Live. I had never seen this and decided, it's Halloween season, it's spooky season, it's time to give this movie a watch, and so I did. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite John Carpenter movie. I think that still belongs to Escape from New York, big Snake Plissken guy. But I did enjoy this. I thought it was a lot of fun. Especially Roddy Piper's role in this movie. I thought, he played a really good movie badass from this era. So yeah, I'm a big Roddy Piper guy anyways, as a wrestling fan. So to see him in this was really cool. And overall, I enjoyed it. Pretty good watch. I'll definitely watch it again at some point, so I'm glad to have it in my collection. I think with the Prime Day deal, this came down to, I want to say $14. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I know it was at $17, which isn't much of a deal. It's a $3 discount, but if you know Prime Day sales and how they operate, you know that that's typically how it goes. Is it's either a very small $2 to $3 discount, or it's the price it normally is with a bigger price marked out next to it. So yeah, decided to just go ahead and get it since $14, it's a $3 discount. I wanted to watch it anyways, especially with Halloween season coming up, and I'm happy with it. It was a fun movie, and I'm glad to add it to my collection. Up next, I got some Game Exchange pickups. I picked up The New Kids, which I thoroughly enjoyed. This has Lori Loughlin, aka Aunt Becky from Full House. If you've never seen it, it's a really fun 80s, very corny movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was brand new with the slipcover. I want to say it was priced at $9.99, so I decided to go ahead and check it out because they do have the buy two get one free deal. So I figured it can't hurt. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I especially love the villains in this movie. They're very bastardly 80s eccentric villains, and I thought it was a lot of fun, especially when you grow up in the country. Like, I'm from Oklahoma, so it kind of felt like those kids could have been from my town, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, just a really fun, good movie. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. And that is The New Kids, added to the collection this month. Up next is one I still have yet to watch. I'm going to give it a watch sometime this week for sure, and that is Final Exam. Didn't read too much about this before I bought it. Just saw it was at Scream Factory, and I was kind of looking for some horror movies to go along with spooky season, so I decided, this is one of those that looks like it's right up my alley. I believe it was made in the It was made in 1981, so that is right up my alley. I love 80s and 90s horror movies, and this looks like it's going to be a slasher. I did read some reviews, and it did say it wasn't the greatest movie, but I read that a lot and then thoroughly end up enjoying the movie, especially when it comes to like these 80s and 90s movies. There's just something special about them to me, so yeah, excited to give Final Exam a watch. And then my freebie from the buy two get one free from Game Exchange, I picked up Red Heat. I almost picked this up with the Prime Day deals. I want to say it was like $11 on Prime Day earlier this month, but I ended up finding it at Game Exchange for $7.99. So I decided, you know what? I was gonna buy it anyways, and I might as well get it for free. Since I already have two in my hands here, I might as well get this one for free, especially since if you've watched my other Blu Ray Haul videos, you know I'm collecting every Schwarzenegger movie. And when I saw this, especially for the $7.99 price, knowing it was going to be my freebie, I was all over that, and I'm excited to give this a watch. I haven't seen it yet, but I do love me some Schwarzenegger. In pretty much any role he's in, I thoroughly enjoy his movies. He is one of my favorite actors, even though he's not the greatest actor. He just has a charisma about him that makes his movies thoroughly enjoyable to me. So yeah, super excited to give this a watch. Up next, I picked up one of my favorite movies of all time from Hamilton Book. These next couple are Hamilton Book hauls, and I was super excited to see this on there. When I first started collecting Blu-rays, I bought the director's cut of this, thinking it was the same movie as, you know, the theatrical cut, or we would just be kind of an extended version of that. However, I was very wrong. It's a kind of a different cut altogether, and I'm not a huge fan of the director's cut. I wanted the theatrical cut. So when I saw this on Hamilton Books, I was super hyped because this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love The Warriors. And if you haven't seen this, I don't know what to tell you. You need to have watched it yesterday. So yeah, I saw it on Hamilton Books and decided, you know, for $15, I will gladly take this. I love the artwork on it. When you open it up, it's got some great artwork on the inside too. You can see the poster. Get that glare off there. Hopefully you guys can see that. You can pause and look at that if you want to, but it's got a really cool poster on the inside there. This is an Arrow video release, and I was very surprised to see it on Hamilton Books, to be honest with you. And because I had been eyeballing this also on eBay, and I had seen it for around like $27, and there's a couple times I almost pulled the trigger. So patience paid off again here. I guess that's the theme of today's video, is patience pays off, because I did add the Warriors theatrical cut to the collection. And honestly, I'll probably keep the director's cut too, even though it's not my favorite version of the movie. I still do love the movie, and I'll probably just keep both versions of the movie in my collection, just to have them both in there and display those Warriors loud and proud. Because like I said, this is one of my favorite movies, so very excited to add the theatrical cut to the collection this month. Next, another Hamilton Book spooky season pickup. We got Leprechaun. I was very excited to find this. I believe it was $14 for the whole 7-film collection. These are very nostalgic to me. These remind me of being a kid and watching the Sci-Fi Channel around this time of year. Especially Leprechaun Goes to the Hood. I love that movie. It's such a cheesy, fun time. And all of these movies really are. So I was very excited to find this on Hamilton Books. And I also found on Hamilton Book Hobo with a Shotgun. I have not seen this yet, and I'm very excited to, because with a name like that, this movie has to deliver. It just seems like a really fun time. I haven't read too much about it. I'm just going to go into it blind. I know it is an action movie, so I'm pretty excited about that. And it did come with a slipcover, so Hamilton Book provided the slipcover there. And what's cool about this slipcover is it kind of has the folds like a poster, which I thought was a pretty cool touch. A lot of people may not like that, but I think it's a really cool touch. So yeah, added Hobo with a Shotgun to the collection. Up next, we got a Van Damme 2-pack. I'm also trying to collect all of Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies. So I found this on Hamilton Books. I want to say it was no more than $5. And I have not seen either one of these. So I was, you know, for less than $5, I will definitely pick that up and knock 2 Jean-Claude Van Damme movies out at once, and that is The Order and Nowhere to Run. And the last thing I picked up this month is Trancers on 4K. This is also from Hamilton Books. I watched this movie earlier this year and I enjoyed it. I almost turned it off because it was kind of a slow start and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I stuck it out and I ended up actually really enjoying this movie. So when I saw it on Hamilton Books on 4K, I was very excited because I had looked it up on eBay around the time I first watched it earlier this year, and the Blu-ray I felt like was going for a pretty crazy price that I couldn't justify adding it to the collection for. So when I did see it on Hamilton Books for, I want to say it was $14, quickly added that to cart and ended up getting it delivered to the door and added to the collection this month. Alright guys, that's going to do it. That's every Blu-ray I picked up in the month of October. Like I said, a little bit of a smaller haul compared to what I normally pick up. But again, that is because I spent my budget on the shelves this month. And I also picked up some action figures. And that video is going to be coming out in the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that. Be sure to comment down below what you guys picked up this month. I know there was a lot of new releases like Deadpool, Twisters, Late Night with the Devil, Signs on 4K. Did you guys pick up any of those? Let me know down below. Did you get lucky and get the Deadpool Steelbook? And did you get the variant you wanted? I know that was a big topic of discussion in the community this month, so be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys picked up this month. Did you take advantage of any Prime Day sales? I'm curious to know. So be sure to comment down below and let me know. And if you made it this far, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. And be sure to hit the bell when you do subscribe so that way you know when I post a collection update video. I try to do them every month. And if you're a fan of toys, I also collect those, as you can tell. So you can join me on that collection journey as well. That video is going to be coming out in a few days, like I said. But yeah, guys, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get out of here. And if you made it this far, I thoroughly appreciate you. You've been phenomenal. I've been T-Rey, and I will see you in the next one.